Three-dimensional printing, commonly referred to as 3D printing, has become a very helpful tool in many areas of study. Three-dimensional printing is such a broad field that has many aspects to it, all of which have been positively affected. Medicine is one area that has benefited from 3D printing, and it has a very bright future ahead of it. There are so many different areas that have been positively affected by 3D printing, with new medical advancements happening every single day. This video will explain how far science has come and medical advances with 3D printing, and where we see ourselves in the upcoming years. In 1983, Charles Hull, who studied engineering physics, invented stereolithography, or 3D printing as we know it today. Since then, society has come a long way with how we are using 3D printing. 3D printing is a manufacturing method where objects are made by fusing or depositing materials like plastic, metals, liquids, or even cells into layers to create a three-dimensional object. Some examples of common things made are tools for medical purposes, prosthetic parts, and even living cells. 3D printing has been used medically since the early 2000s for dental implants and custom prosthetics. There have been many advancements with 3D printing. For example, there's a new, quicker, and cheaper method to providing people with prosthetic body parts. Creating prosthetic body parts is very time-consuming and destructive because any modification to the prosthetic would destroy the original mold. Before 3D printing, a prosthetic limb could cost between $5,000 and $50,000, and it may not even be a custom fit for the patient. But now, with the technology, patients are able to receive their custom prosthetic limb much faster than before, and instead of having to pay thousands of dollars, the cost has been reduced to hundreds. A common problem for children is that they grow up quickly and can outgrow their prosthetic limb. To solve this problem, a prosthetic limb has been created that has the ability to stretch and grow with the child, allowing them to stay with their prosthetic limb longer. One company, Not Impossible, has done some amazing things with a low-cost 3D printer. What they do is they create prosthetic limbs for injured people in the war-torn country of Sudan. Because the printer is lower quality than some of the expensive industrial ones, the arms and legs aren't as nice as ones directly from the doctor. But the main advantage with the printer that they use is that it's such low cost. The average cost for each limb is only about $100. Doctors now have the ability to create an exact replica of organs and use those to study or even practice before starting a surgery. Having this amazing practice method saves doctors hours in the operating room. Allowing them to practice on an exact replica is beneficial because the doctor can practice on a fake dummy organ rather than cutting open the patient and being caught off guard, realizing they should have cut in somewhere else. In some cases, doctors would turn down patients requiring special surgeries because they may be too complex without knowing the exact procedure beforehand. But now, with the exact replicas they create, almost no one is inoperable. Society has come so far since the early 2000s when 3D printing was first used in medicine. The world of 3D printing has a very interesting future ahead of it. The most advanced 3D printing application that is anticipated is the bioprinting of complex organs. Doctors are hoping to have a fully functioning 3D printed heart within the next 20 years. Being able to create a functioning heart or even other organs will be a huge advancement in medicine because if someone has a heart attack, instead of hoping the patient won't have another attack somewhere down the road, doctors will be able to put in a new, fully functional and healthy heart inside of the patient. Another big plan for the future of 3D printing is a new style of body cast. The current plaster or fiberglass cast could soon be replaced with one created from a 3D printer. A custom-fit exoskeleton called the Cortex is one concept that is currently being suggested. The process of receiving a 3D printed cast is believed to help heal a broken heart up to 40 to 80% quicker. The new concept design has a slotted cast that allows the use of ultrasonic healing vibrations to reach the skin that is prevented from the thickness of plaster and fiberglass casts. Other advantages to having a 3D printed cast is that it'll be more of an exact fit, allowing the bone to heal quicker. It won't get smelly like most plaster and fiberglass casts do. And also, having a slotted cast with openings allows the vibrations to work the muscle to prevent atrophy. As with many new discoveries, there are always challenges that can slow down the development of perfecting them. For example, the idea of creating an artificial heart with 3D printing is wonderful, but there are some issues that we have not yet been able to solve. One issue with printing out hearts for patients is that we have yet to be able to create a fully functioning heart once it is inside the patient. Scientists are still trying to figure out how to make an artificial heart that will work with the other organs to keep the body alive and functioning properly. Jonathan Butcher at Cornell University has printed a heart valve that will soon be tested in sheep. With a dual syringe machine, he was able to print a combination of alginate, smooth muscle cells, valve interstitial cells to control the valve stiffness. The main issue with printing out custom-fit casts is that technology just isn't available yet to physicians to create one on the spot. The casts are simple to design, but most of the 3D printing software out there was created for engineers and not for your average doctor's office. It is believed that if we want to see this becoming a common practice, there needs to be more of a demand from society. More people need to express their desire to have a 3D printed cast. To think how far we have come in just the last 30 years of utilizing a 3D printer is amazing. What's even more amazing is hearing about how close we are to some of the major advancements we are about to achieve. Having the ability to do a full practice surgery before going in on a patient saves hours in the operating room and extra incisions on the patient. It also allows the doctor to be confident and do the surgery right the first time. The fact that we are thought to only be 20 years away from being able to create a fully functioning heart is mind-blowing. Although there are still some obstacles in the way, being able to create a fully functioning heart and other organs can save countless lives and even extend our life expectancies. That's something that is truly amazing. It's safe to say that 3D printing has been a huge succession in the medical field and has a very bright future ahead of it.